The home schedule is done, and the Badgers continue with their perfect record, closing out the Camp Randall portion of their schedule in style with a 24-10 victory against the Michigan Wolverines. Wisconsin was down 3 in the third quarter, but the offense got cranked up. Some clutch throws from Alex Hornibrook, and the defense, once again, was simply outstanding. We'll hear from some of the Badgers. Our senior salute this week is on one of the key members of that defense, cornerback Derrick Tindal, and we'll check in with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
In the shotgun is the quarterback Brandon Peters. Takes the snap, back to throw, under pressure, and he gets drilled by Garrett Dooley. And the Badgers getting to the quarterback, something they have done with great frequency this season. On the punt, Michigan, line of scrimmage, the Wolverines 14-yard line. Brad Robbins standing right at the goal line. Nick Nelson standing in midfield, and the kick is in the air. Nelson will have a chance. Oh, he let it hit again, and he's now going to pick it up at the 50-yard line, right side to the 45, to the 40. Nelson still up, 35, breaks left 30, 25, 20, he's gone! Touchdown, Nick Nelson on the punt return! 50 yards, and the Badgers are first on the board at Camp Randall. Danny Davis out to the right. Rashid Ibrahim in the backfield. Back to throw. Hornibrook steps up. Throws it deep to the left. Wants A.J. Taylor. Got it at the 30. 25 and out of bounds. They're the 20-yard line of Michigan. Big time throw and catch. Hornibrook to A.J. Taylor. Rashid Ibrahim to the right of the Wisconsin quarterback. Snap to Hornibrook. Pressure coming again. Alex steps up. He throws a dart down the middle. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A.J. Taylor into the end zone, and the Badgers take the lead.
We talk about it every week of playing, together, playing off each other, and we know that we gotta, do our best job to get them in better field position, and they gotta convert to, give us a couple breaks at times too. So. It's fun, and I think special teams is huge today as well. So when all the teams are clicking, it's a good time.
One on the right, Hornibrook in the gun, drops the throw, looking, fires to the right, wants Davis, got it! Oh, what a catch! And oh, what a throw! Inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line of Michigan. Wisconsin converts on 3rd and 8. Down to 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Taylor back in there at running back. And they've got an end around going. Here comes Kendrick Pryor. Needs a block, gets it. Left side 30. He's to the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Kendrick Pryor on the end around. And the lead is 10 for the Badgers.
I just felt like we got a chance, us receivers got a chance to make some big time plays, and that's what helped us. Like I kind of said earlier, people kind of sleep on us, like me, AJ, and Danny, and I just feel like it's time, for people to start realizing what we can do out there.
And the give goes to Taylor straight ahead to the 15, running right to the 20, 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, and he is still up. Tight rope in the sideline, inside the 40-yard line of Michigan. They'll mark at the 34. O'Corn will give it to Evans. Nothing doing. Hole plugged up by Ryan Conley, and then T.J. Edwards comes in to assist. They'll get Evans behind the line of scrimmage, which is the Michigan 22-yard line. Badgers looking to close this one out. They lead Michigan 24-10. Two receivers left, one on the right. Shotgun snap, O'Corn looking, pressured, stopped short of the first down. He's covered up by Ryan Conley and Chikwe Obasi. And the Badgers will remain an undefeated team. Handoff goes to Shaw, straight ahead to the 30, 25-20, he's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And he's taken down by Ryan Conley. Fires to the right to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Sending 4, and one of them comes in scot-free. And there is a big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by Zimbrick European, by UW Health, UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Ready, Tim?
Let's do this. Was that Mike? That's Harry. The car stopped for me.
And that's automatic emergency braking.
The Nissan Rogue family. Take on today.
Bottom line, they still can't touch you.
I'll take it.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Wisconsin, Mahindra's inventory clearance sale is going on now. We're reducing prices like never before on the toughest tractors on earth. Like a Mahindra E-Max 22 as low as $99 a month. Or get up to $8,100 in cash back and savings. Plus, Mahindra's 7-year limited powertrain warranty comes standard. So find your dealer at WisconsinMahindraDealers.com.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
First down handoff, Walker, and down he goes behind the line of scrimmage. Ryan Conley busting into the Michigan backfield. That's a loss of 3. Second down and 13, Wolverines. Peters in the shotgun. He has Evans to his left. Critical play coming up here. Michigan keeps it on the ground to Evans, and he gets swallowed up by Connor Sheehy. A loss of 1, and it's 4th down.
Great ending to the home schedule for the Wisconsin Badgers. Of course, one regular season game left, plus the Big Ten championship game. We'll get to all that in due time, but a 24-10 win against Michigan. We'll get to your defense, but want to start with the offense. So such a common question about Alex Hornibrook. If you had to throw it, could this team throw it? I think you got some pretty encouraging answers from Alex, the protection, and some very young receivers making plays.
No doubt, and it takes all of them. And I thought that Alex was really good today. And maybe his numbers aren't, but he was big in the big moments. And the same thing can be said. I thought guys went after contested catches, and they competed, and the protection that was a good defense that we were facing. And I thought the line and the backs, tight ends gave Alex time, and there was a lot of plays made, and some of those kind of got us over the hump. And it was one of those games where field position was going to be critical, and to be able to flip the field. I think even just the pass coming out, we were backed up. I think it was after the caused fumble that kept them from coming in, and we were able to flip the field. And I think they came back and scored, but I thought he was really good, and I loved his demeanor and his compete level all day.
Those are the things I would imagine probably worth reminding ourselves to this and any of the viewers. You could look at a box score, you see 9 for 19, but you're digging a little deeper than that. It's demeanor, and not just it's not the how many completions, it's the situation, and they were big.
No doubt. And, there was a number of times we tried to get some screens going, and it wasn't there. He put it in the ground, and he had another couple where you could only get to about 1 or 2 options, the way that their rush was, and it wasn't there, and I thought he did a good job. And quite honestly, on the pick, I thought Bush made a heck of a play, it's a game of inches and so many things, and so I thought he did a lot of really good, but most of all, I loved the way that he just stayed in the moment and competed.
And you're able to run the ball, especially in the second half, and Jonathan Taylor, you keep pounding it, and then he pops one through. Remind ourselves he's a true freshman still, but turning in pretty good
and
work.
Against a defense, like I said, that's a good defense, and those are big. And I thought the line did a good job, tight ends, fullbacks, and you knew it was going to be one of those where you just got to kind of stay after them. And, in the first half, we didn't really convert on our third downs to get kind of a drive going, and yet I thought we were able to put some things together, and part of it was those, a couple big pass completions, but you know, it took everyone today, and I was proud of the effort that they put into it.
And we should get to the defense here without any further delay. You mentioned the field position battle is working against the Badgers for a good chunk of the day. You could probably talk about every level, but you can't help but anybody watching the game zeroing in on 43 and 53, Ryan Conley and TJ Edwards. They just play so fast, don't they?
You're right, and you know, it felt like it watching it, and if you're going to go watch the film, you're going to see that I think everyone on defense contributed, but I thought Ryan and TJ jumped out at me, you know, and there was plays that, you know, it was inside plays or outside plays, you know, come on, they played fast, and I think they're trusting themselves, and they're turning it loose, and that's really, I think, this team's done a good job of, is that they're putting it all out there, and TJ and Ryan were big time, I thought, today.
I would imagine the defense as a whole, it's so good that it was probably mad that it gave up a field goal after the turnover, but the fact that it was only a field goal was rather significant.
It was big, and they've been doing it really all year long, you know, but I think they got it. It was around the 30, so they're kind of in field goal position, and that was a huge stop for us. And to get the field goal, you know, that's all you can ask of your defense. And then I thought that, you know, certainly the play, I think it was Leon that had the cause fumble, you know, keep them from coming in. You know, they're making plays at the right time. And I thought down the stretch, you know, it was a 2-possession game, and they were stout, and it was they were fun to watch.
They do hang in there because there was a tough call, no call on what might have been a running into the kicker. It wasn't. Michigan gets great field position, but
they don't. The kicker, no
it was pretty obvious, actually. But yeah, I'm trying to give you a break there. We're trying to give those guys a break, but they overcame. Yeah, absolutely. But they overcome it. If something bad happens, either their own doing or not, they don't let one bad thing become 2 or 3.
That's the best part, and it really is. Just because you say it doesn't mean it happens, but all that really matters is the next play. Whether it's it was good for you or it was bad, you've got to and you get to focus on playing the next play. And you know, we're talking to guys at halftime, and you talk to them when they come off the field, and you just focus in on the next. Whether it was good or bad, you got to play the next play. And I think they've done a great job of being in that, and we got to continue to do that.
You know, there's so much talk about what the win means, and you look to the next game, but there's something cool about college. We talk about it every year. The seniors get introduced one final time before the game, and it's one of those, you think about every one of them, and each guy has his own story. No, one thing, they've won a lot of games, and they've gone through the potholes and all that to get here, but it's a pretty good group, isn't it?
It's a really good group, and I feel fortunate to be with them and having been with them for 3 years, and because like you said, they all have a different story. Even their why is a little bit different. Why are you doing what you're doing? It's a little bit different, and yet they come together, and that is really what it was all about, you know. And certainly there's a lot of noise, but what today was their last opportunity to play in a great atmosphere at Camp Randall. Something that means so much to them. And it wasn't just the seniors that was important to.
Mm-hmm.
It was the underclassmen. And so that's what today meant. You know, I was asked that on one of the TV broadcasts, you know, what was the statement made? The statement was the seniors played their last game in Camp Randall against a really good team, and they found a way to win, and it took everyone. And that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a real good day. It's a real good day. Badgers get set to close out the regular season this Saturday at Minnesota at TCF Bank Stadium. That game will kick at about 2:30 Central Time. Coach is back in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health. Remarkable.
He's a heck of a quarterback. You know, those things aren't easy to do, especially in big games like this, just to have, you know, short-term memory loss and have confidence, you know, really in himself. You know, that's not easy to do at all.
They're tough, competitive guys. They love playing the game, so I know they're going to do everything they can, go get the ball for me, and they made a lot of plays today. That was a great D-line that we were facing, a great defense, so to be able to make some plays like that, it was good.
We knew it was going to be a tough team. They have a great defensive front. So, we had to fight, every single play, 4 quarters, and, we'll come out with a W. And that's one thing we talked about. You said, they're coming in, they're a tough team just like us, so, it's going to be a battle of willpower. So, whoever has the most will, succeed.
I think we do so well because we're a family. I mean, I love all those guys, and I told them I'm playing for you. I'm playing for the seniors. And I think it's because we're a family, we're a brotherhood, and nobody gets down on each other. All we do is pick each other up. So I think that's why, it happens to be the second half.
The biggest thing is making adjustments. When we come in at halftime, we know that they're not really beating us. They're kind of just attacking our scheme. So when we come in at halftime, we're like, all right, we just need to play with a little bit more focus, know what they're trying to do, and take care of it. And in the second half, we've seen everything that they've had, so no one's really surprised us in the second half yet. So it's kind of easier to get lined up and play.
The gunner tripped up. I think he tripped up on one of our players' feet, so when he tripped, I went and got it, and the rest was history. I did have a perfect block. It was one man I had to beat, and somebody ended up blocking him, so I don't think I got touched.
Gratitude, it's appreciation. It sucks to not play, and do something you love, especially with a group of guys that you've been grinding, that you've been practicing with all year, all season, all off season. But it's also an opportunity to appreciate the game, appreciate the opportunity that much more.
We knew they were great running the ball, and that was, up in the inside linebacker room, that was the #1 rule, was stop the run. Know the fits, and obviously we wanted to get them to third down. We knew our pass rush and the stunts we have can confuse people, so we really wanted to make sure it was 3rd and long.
Ready, Tim?
Let's do this. Was that Mike? That's Harry. The car stopped for me.
And that's automatic emergency braking.
The Nissan Rogue family. Take on today.
Bottom line, they still can't touch you.
I'll take it.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
This Senior Salute is brought to you by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Say what sticks out the most to me, I was really surprised, like when my mom passed, and just to see, because I knew I had great teammates, but when that happened, that's when I figured out I had a bunch of brothers around me, the way they just, basically took care of me and made me feel at home. That's when I realized, man, like, this is not my team, this is my family. And I say that's my most memorable moment.
Obviously got to work quickly, and on First down, Harris back to throw, winds up, throws it deep right side, and it is picked off inside the 30, 35 to the 40-yard line. Breaking a tackle, 45 to the 50, 45 left side to the 40, to the 35, and down near the 30-yard line goes Derrick Tindal.
What did you know about Wisconsin before you came here?
Cheese, you know. That's all I really knew about, cheese and Packers. And the only reason I knew about the cheese is because of the cheesehead thing. So, you know, I really didn't know much about Wisconsin. And when they offered me, at first I was like, man, like, where's Wisconsin on the map? You know, I never been out of Florida, so I didn't know nothing. And when I came here, I just was amazed. Like, this place is amazing. You know, Madison's amazing, fans amazing. Like, it's a family atmosphere, amazing. And, you know, it just need to change the name to Amazing, you know, not Wisconsin no more. So.
What does it mean to you to wear the cardinal and white, the Motion W?
It means a lot, man. It's a lot of pride I wear with this color, you know, so it's just much more, you know. Not only are you playing for yourself, but you're playing for the community. You're playing for the alumni who played here. You're playing for the future of the program. And, you know, like, I know once you put that Motion W on, it means so much, you know. Smart, tough, and dependable.
Ty Isaac, the running back, Spate back to throw, fires it over the middle, and it is picked off. Derrick Tindal at the 20. He's to the 30. Tindal to the 40. He's to the 50. Outside the numbers 40. Inside the 35. Bumped out of bounds by Wilton Spate.
What is senior night going to be like for you?
It's going to be not too emotional, you know, because I don't cry a lot, but you know, it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to miss this whole thing, man, because even if I go to the NFL, one thing I know, college football, you'll never get that family again. I think the most part I'm going to miss is them, though. Like, just being around Dante, Nick, Dakota, QT, just all of them, man. I'm going to miss them.
What is that going to mean to you to graduate from this university?
Hey, man, you know, I'll be the first boy to graduate college from my dad and my mom, people. So, you know, it's going to be, and with my mom passing, you know, it's going to be big. So my scholarship really for her. I mean, my degree really gonna be for her, you know, because she always wanted me to get a college degree. And, you know, I'm this close to doing it, so I might as well finish.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
Wisconsin, Mahindra's inventory clearance sale is going on now. We're reducing prices like never before on the toughest tractors on earth. Like a Mahindra E-Max 22 as low as $99 a month. Or get up to $8,100 in cash back and savings. Plus, Mahindra's 7-year limited powertrain warranty comes standard. So find your dealer at WisconsinMahindraDealers.com.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
Ready, Tim?
Let's do this. Was that Mike? That's Harry. The car stopped for me.
And that's automatic emergency braking.
The Nissan Rogue family. Take on today.
Bottom line, they still can't touch you.
I'll take it.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by Hy-Vee. Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. By UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time now for this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. And Sam from St. Paul, Minnesota, checking in. You have a couple trophy games, 3 of them to be exact, but this one, would it be fair to say, does this one stand alone? The battle for Paul Bunyan's axe?
No question. And, you know, that was the one as proud of I was and the team was about today. That was the last, when we broke it down, it was about the axe.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate, you know, as a kid, I would go with my dad and watch the games, and then, you know, saw my dad coaching them, and I got to play in them. But there is nothing like this. This is very meaningful to the players, and it is all about the axe.
It really does.
Keeping the axe.
If anybody had any doubt about it, I think that's just been answered. It is a big deal. Badgers have had it. They want to keep it, and they'll get a chance to do that coming up this Saturday up in Minneapolis. Sam, thank you for your question. The Great Dane with the location up north in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Regular season comes to an end, 2:30 kick on Saturday in Minneapolis, the Badgers and the Minnesota Gophers. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
A pulse, felt by one, sends a ripple, felt by some. A shiver, felt by many, until it amplifies, magnifies into a tremor that electrifies. Badgers everywhere, moving as one, tilting the world on its axis.